Welcome back, diecast racers and builders, to the Diecast Olympics. This is round 9 of the 10-round event. This is a timed event. This is the hurdles. This event has the possibility that you will not finish both, so we're going to take the top time of your 2 runs, and that will be your qualifying. Top 10 qualify for points. Just like in the long jump, if you do not post a qualifying time, you do not qualify for the rounds of scoring. So if both of your runs you don't get a time, then you are out. I was using a car to gauge a track's plausibility for the field, and that car that I was using for the long jump, 6 of the 15 cars were not able to make the jump. So what I did for this event, I have 11 60-gram modified cars in the case. These are the only 2 that didn't make it. 9 of the 11 did, so that is a majority. I wanted to have more hurdles, but I decided not to make this more difficult since this is towards the end of the event. So your car, everyone's gonna get the same drop using the gate. There's 1 hurdle, 2 hurdles, and then you're gonna funnel to where the gate is. The Diecast Olympics has 3 aspects that we're testing the performance of: speed, which is these timed events; distance, which is how well your wheels roll, which was one of the last events with a distance, and this is a timed event. The third aspect is accuracy, which is how well your cars roll straight. This timed event does have some aspects of accuracy because it is lined up straight to where if you stay in this where you drop, it is lined up with the chute. So if you are not able to control your landing after the hurdle and you veer off, you're going to hit this, and that's going to slow down your time. So we're going to see how the competition handles this track. We'll do a run here to show you how it's going to run. This is one of my cars here. So he made it straight through. He did not vary. This is the car I had been using to gauge events. I'll show you how it changes the time based on if he veered, so that slowed him down through the chute. So there's going to be some variation on times in this. Let's get the event started. This is round 9 of the 10 events. We run, their order they run is based on points in this initial run, and then we go based off of how they perform. Starting off first is going to be HSL, then Stray Dog, who has 3 points, Sloppy Bear, who has 4, Raging Ricky, who has 6, Bad Dad, who has 7. Top 10 in points, with only 2 events left here. This is 9, and there's 1 after this. Travelers Racing League has 21. Happy Normal has 32, only 1 point behind Mako, who has 33. 4 points ahead of Mako is Puff, who has 37. Iceman, who is 3 points ahead of Puff, he has 40. And then these are the top 5. Top 5 do get credit for their finishing position on Red Line Derby, so there are some bragging rights here on the line. Iceman has 40. Dog Squab has 41. There's only a 1 point gap there into the top 5. Feral Patrick has 44. Then our top 3, which is Chase, who has 52. 2 points to Arlo. And then Flip, who is the top seed after 8 events, has 65. He's got an 11-point lead with 2 to go. This is HSL's first run in the hurdles. .455. This is HSL's second run. Once again, we're only taking your top time for this because there's potential that you may not finish both runs because of how it funnels. This is also the final speed event. So if your car has been geared completely for speed, this might be your last opportunity to get a points haul. 3.467. This is Stray Dog's first run in the hurdles. See how he does, what his time is. He got stuck in that chute. He did not make it. All right, Stray Dog has got to post a time here or he's going to miss the event, potentially. He made it on his second run. 4.569. This is Sloppy Bear's first run in the hurdles. See if they can make 2 times and possibly improve one over the other. .078. Sloppy Bear, see what they can do. He did not make the gate this time. He was close, but did not cross the line, so he's going to go with his first time. This is Raging Ricky's first run in the hurdles. He did well in accuracy events, so let's see how he does here with this aspect being incorporated. Oh, he came off the track. That is a DNF for his first attempt. This is Raging Ricky's next attempt. He needs to post a time to qualify for the event. .528. All right, Bad Dad's turn in the hurdles. He did well in the balance beam, which means he has good accuracy in rolling straight. He did not make the gate in his first run. That means he needs to post a time. He got caught up in the chute. All right, this is Bad Dad's next run. He needs to post a time to make the event. That was a clean run. 3.285. All right, we are in the top 10 in points. Let's see how these top 10 who have scored more consistently throughout the 8 previous events. 3.285 is currently the best run. This is Travelers Racing League's first run. He got stuck in the gate. He's gonna have to score on this next run or he's gonna miss the event. All right, Travelers needs to post a time here because this is his next run. That was a clean run this time. 3.166. That's currently the best time so far. Next to run based on his points is Abby Normal. Currently 1 point behind Mako. He did well in accuracy. Let's see if that accuracy helps him by going straight through the chute. He got hung up. Is he going to make the gate? He did not. He's going to need to post a time in this second run. This is Abby Normal's next run. They need to post a time to make the event. Oh, he spun backwards. Still counts. 3.619. All right, 3.166 by Travelers. Still the best time posted. This is Mako's first attempt. Got stuck in the gate. Did he cross? Did not. He's going to need to post a time. All right, Mako's next attempt. Needs to post a time or risk missing the event. Straight through. Accuracy came through on this run. Let's see, 3.133. That's the best time so far. Next to run is Puff. He was tied for third in points not too long ago. The last 2 events, he has struggled to score points. He needs to beat a 3.133 by Mako to hold where he's at. He hit the chute and slowed down. Let's see what he gets. 3.926. Puff did well in the balance beam, so he has accuracy built in. He just needs to avoid hitting the chute, and he should have a good time. Hit the chute again. 4.642. His first run was the better time. You need to clear both hurdles and stay straight to post a good time in this speed event. Let's see what Iceman can do. He's currently just outside the top 5 in points. Pretty straight, but got caught up in the chute. 5.797. Iceman's got to get better than a 5.797 on this next run, or risk not making the event. He did not get hung up nearly as bad that time. 3.549. We're now into the top 5 in points. Is accuracy going to factor into this event? More than anticipated. Slowing down in that chute is detrimental so far. This is Dog Squab's first attempt. Stayed straight. Can he beat a 3.133? 3.231. Currently third best time. Dog Squad needs to improve to maintain a high seeding. Mako currently with a 3.133 is the best time, but Mako's first run, he didn't even post a time, so there's some variation in these runs. Let's see what happens with Dog Squad's next run. Very straight. Is it better than a 3.133? It's close. 137. Feral Patrick, fourth in points. He is an accuracy event winner. Is that going to help or hurt in the hurdles? This is his first run. Straight through. Better than a 3.133. 3.0. New best time. See what he does on his next run. Spun out. Did not score time. Best time to a DNF. This is going to be an interesting how this continues in these following rounds. Chase needs to score as close to a 3.1 as he can to save himself from being knocked out before we get to the scoring rounds. This is his first run in the hurdles. Is accuracy going to hurt the top runners in the traditional speed events? 4.192. But if Chase does not improve, he will now be on the bubble. He needs to get in the threes here on his next run in the hurdle event. Straight through. Let's see what he gets. 2.992. Big variation in times. Let's see how this continues in the following rounds. Chase just posted the first sub 3 second time. Arlo only a 2-point lead in the standings over Chase. See what he does in the hurdles. His first run in the event. Came off the track. Arlo did not post a time in his first run. He needs to put down a time here in his next run. He's on the board. What is it? 3.434. Arlo just knocked out Abby Normal, who had a 3.619 when they spun around and finished backwards. That means Iceman with a 3.549 is currently the cut line. He needs Flip to do a worse posted time. All right, Iceman's hoping that Flip cannot post a better time than the 3.549. This is Flip's first run in the hurdles. He came off the track. This is Flip's next run. Can he post a time? He crossed the line with a 3.047. Iceman is eliminated from the point scoring rounds with that run. Here is how they ran in the initial runs based on points. Sloppy Bear, Stray Dog, Puffs, Abnormal Speed Racing, and Iceman were eliminated. Ragin' Ricky is 10th. That's the order they're going to run. It's going to be Ragin' Ricky. HSL is going to get on the board in the hurdles. Then Arlo, Bad Dad, Travelers Racing League, and the top 5 in initial times is Dog Squab, Mako, Feral Patrick, Flip, and Chase was the only one to post a sub 3 second time in the hurdles. Let's see how this continues. This is Ragin' Ricky's round, point scoring round. Can he post a good time? He went straight through. 3.370. That's an improvement. From here on out, you get one run to post a good time, and then the cut is determined by the performance of the field. This is HSL's run in the point scoring round. He got hung up in the gate. He did not post a time. Unfamiliar territory for Arlo. Currently 8th in the hurdles. This is his point scoring round. He needs to improve. That was straight through. Is it a minus or sub 3 time? 2.876, best time yet. All right, Bad Dad's got to answer. Arlo just passed him up with a 2.8. Can he stay straight? Relatively. Let's see what he gets. 3.530. Travelers Racing League, their turn in the point scoring round. Relatively straight. Let's see what the time is. 3.082, that's a good time. All right, this is Dog Squab's turn in the point scoring round. What kind of time can they post? 3.101. All right, some of these guys have figured out the technique for the hurdles here. Let's see what Mako does. He hit the gate and the chute. 4.204. He tripped up. We are in the top 3. This is Farrell Patrick's run in the point scoring round. Can he post a good time? He spun out and it's backwards. He did not score a time. All right, this is Flip's run in the point scoring round. He had a DNF time, and then on the run he did post, it was the second quickest. Uh-oh. 4.145. All right, this is the last to run in the point scoring round. Before we find out where the cut's gonna be, this is Chase. Had the best time in the initial run. He hit the chute that time and slowed down, a 3.207. All right, that's how they ran based on their times in the initial round. Arlo posted a 2.8, best time so far recorded. Then we had Travelers Racing League, Dog Squab, Chase, Ragin' Ricky, Bad Dad, Flip, and Mako were ones to post times. HSL and Farrell Patrick did not post a time. So they are going to get points based on their best time. Farrell Mods had a 3.057 and HSL had a 3.455. So HSL is going to get a point. Farrell Patrick's going to get 2. And then we're going to run the next round based on their time, starting with Mako. All right, this is the next round of points scoring, starting with Mako. You need to get a clean run after stopping. He got hung up in the gate, and that's going to be a slow time. 5.070. There has been some huge variation in times from car to car, even on their own runs. Flip had a 3.0 and last round had a 4.1. You need to hit that chute without any stops after the hurdles to make a good time. That is going to be a slow time. 4.335. These hurdles have less than an inch of a drop, but it can be enough to upset your car if it is not rolling straight. Let's see what happens with Bad Dad. You need to keep it straight without hitting that chute. That was better, but that's going to be a slow time too. If everyone has slow times like this, the cut might be in a spot that we're not used to. 4.203. Everybody's hitting the chute and not rolling straight through. This might be someone's chance. This is Ragin' Ricky. He hit the chute as well, but not as bad as the others. 3.634. All right, Chase's turn in the next round of point scoring. He was the first car to get a sub 3. He stayed straight this time. Is it another sub 3? Close, a 3.159. All right, Dog Squab's turn. 3.1 is the area that I think we're looking for now that there's been a good time posted. That was straight through. 3.111. This has been an interesting round. Dog Squad got a 3.111. Currently the best time in the round. There's only 2 cars left to go. Travelers Racing League and then Arlo. See what kind of times they get. Straight through the chute. 3.132. We have seen times all the way from 5 seconds to 3.1. This is Arlo's run to see where they stack up and where our cut line is going to be in this round. He hit the side, but made it through. 3.252. This is how they ran based on their times from that first round. Now we'll see where the cut is. Dog Squad with a 3.111 had the best time that round. Travelers had the second, and Arlo dropped behind Chase. Chase had a 3.159. Arlo had a 3.2, and then Ragin' Ricky had a 3.6. Bad Dad had a 4.2, Flip had a 4.3, and Mako had a 5. We are going to make the cut at Ragin' Ricky. We're down to the final 4. That means Mako gets 3 points, Flip gets 4, Bad Dad gets 5, and Ragin' Ricky gets 6 for the event. This is how they're going to run in the next round. Arlo, Chase, Travelers, and Dog Squad. Mako is now 1 point behind Puff to move up another spot in the points. Flip scored 4 in the event, and he's got a 15-point lead currently. Let's see how Arlo and Chase, how they finish. They're the next up here. Starting with Arlo. If he can keep it straight and go through that chute, that's what he's going to need to continue on and get more points to give him a shot in the final event coming up. After this is his run in the hurdles. He hit the chute pretty hard that time. 3.590. Chase is still 2 points behind Arlo. If he can stay ahead of him, he's going to gain on him for second place possibly in the final standings. He did not make it through the chute. Travelers Racing League. See what they get. They've made it through the chute without hitting. Just like that. 3.087. All right, Dog Squad's got to beat a 3.087 to maintain top spot in the hurdles. A straight run. 3.156. All right, this is how they ran. Let's see who's making the final. Chase did not record a time. Arlo had a 3.5. Travelers passed up Dog Squad. That's going to be who's running in the final of the hurdles. So Chase gets 7 points. Arlo gets 8. With Arlo's finish now in the event, that gives Flip 7-point lead going into the final. And Arlo is 3 points ahead of Chase. Let's finish this event here. Dog Squad is going to go first. This is the final of the hurdles. Who can post the better time? Dog Squad or Travelers Racing League. Both have had great runs where they go straight through without getting hung up. Just like that. What's the time? 3.122. All right, it's Travelers' turn. They need to beat a 3.122. They've run a 166, an 082, a 132, and an 087. This is the final run in the hurdles event. What time can they get? Is it going to be Dog Squad or Travelers? He went straight through again. 3.157. Dog Squad beats him with a 3.122 for his second event win. Travelers gets 9 points. Dog Squad gets 10. Here is the final standings for the hurdles event. Dog Squab J-Bo gets the win. Travelers Racing League gets second. Arlo third. Chase fourth. Top 5 for Ragin' Ricky. Bad Dad 6th. 7th, 4 Flips. Mako 8th. Feral Patrick 9th. And HSL took nine events but made the board. Everybody in the Olympics has scored a point. With the variation in different events and the 3 different aspects, there has been a lot of up and down here when accuracy has been involved. The long jump was a speed and distance. You needed the speed to get to the top of the hill, and then how well you rolled after that. This was speed, how fast you got to the chute, but you also needed accuracy to not hit this pad, which if you don't hit that straight, you slow down. We've got 1 event left. This is how the points are shaping up. Flip has 69 points with a 7-point lead over Arlo. Arlo is now back to a 3-point lead over Chase. Dog Squab with his win is now 4th. He jumped over Feral Patrick. He's got a 5-point lead over Feral Patrick going into the final event. Feral Patrick, he scored in this event and now has a 6-point lead over Iceman for a top 5. Iceman's got 40. Puff has 37, Mako has 36, Abby Normal has 32, and Travelers Racing League with their 2nd place run here is now just 2 points behind Abnormal Speed. Bad Dad and Ragin' Ricky are tied with 12 now. 4 for Sloppy Bear, 3 for Stray Dog, and HSL's on the board with 1. We've got 1 more event to decide the winner of the first diecast Olympics. We've been having fun building these tracks here, testing cars, and then seeing how the builders who sent their cars in, how their performance is on the track. We'll catch you in the next event, and keep on building.